So hello and welcome everybody. It's been a pleasure to host you today. I'm really looking forward to have this conversation. And yes, please start introducing yourself. Use the group chat to. Okay, you cannot hear me. One second, I just adjust it again. Hmm. Let me know if you can hear me now. Okay, great. So also, we will be talking about a couple of things. We have had some really exciting updates happening. Like we're constantly looking to drive more value to our members, and I would like to share them with you as well. And yes, so let's get started in the next 1 or 2 minutes. In the meanwhile, I'll introduce myself and share my screen. I'm sharing my screen. So while I will only be doing the talking over here, please use the chat module, the chat medium, or the Q&A section. If you have any questions to ask me, I'll be happy to look into it and share it with you. And either I will discuss it while the conversation is on, or maybe at the end of the section as well. So, just to drive context about what we are going to do over here is globalLinker is a B2B marketplace. We are also a visibility channel and a way for you to get more visibility online. Today, visibility has become a very big topic, and it's become a very big need as well. The first search which any buyer does, if whether it's you, if you're looking for a small pen to buy or a diary you would like to buy, even for your own personal use or your office use, or now if people are actually looking for it, even they're looking for bulk products. The first search we would do is on the web. You would open the search, you would write the product name over there, you would see what are the different products available, who is offering these products. You would read the product information, you would go ahead and you would understand what product they are offering to you. And then you would kind of calculate, okay, this is what I'm doing, this supplier looks good, I've seen his profile looks good, he's offering so many other things. And then I actually send an inquiry to somebody who AI may have shortlisted. And typically that conversation happens now online. Offline, it's not very, offline also obviously it does happen. Those initiatives are on. But anybody who's sitting even during work hours or even after work hours sits and does it online. So now we at globalLinker is an enablement channel that helps you start showing your catalog and your business profile online. And in this webinar, we'll be discussing all these points that how can you leverage the options that we have available for you. Most of you would, are new to the platform, so welcome. And if you are again, if you are already with us for some time and you are again trying to reorient yourself on the platform, so great, welcome back. I'm really happy to see you. We'll be talking about what are the sales channels we have. We'll talk about a very important point about how to have a good product catalog. That's something which I strongly talk about, and I feel irrespective of whichever platform you are on, whether in globalLinker or outside of globalLinker, having a great product catalog is critical to getting your business and your products noticed online. We'll talk about every sales channels we do have and what you should be doing over there and why you should be on it, so that it helps you decide whether you want to use that sales channel and leverage it to grow your business. And then we'll talk about how you can manage your catalog and some logistical points and some resources we can share with you. We'll move on to the Q&A after that. globalLinker, was formed with the vision that we would like to support you and, help you grow your business. One of the ways we thought is to grow your business is by helping you leverage how you can, by making you visible. And we started focusing a lot on that. So when you create your account on globalLinker, you kind of get, access to a dashboard like this. So this is what you see, where we try to show you, we try to give you some important insights about your catalog. So you see if your catalog and your products are published online and on the marketplace, you can get a stat on it, like how many products are showing, what views it has got, where globally you can actually see it, etc. You can have a look at that. What you also can see is what are your top performing products, which products you should be working on because they are not really performing, etc. A way for you to manage your catalog. There's also a separate way to do that. It also gives you access to, visibility on what tiered pricing plan you are on currently, and some resources that you can use. So we have a ton of articles, written by members and our editorial team, which you can access over here. They are more business related, giving insights about how to, run business, etc., on various topics like leadership, maybe accounting, etc. There are discussions which are posted by members as well, to kind of interact with each other, etc. So it's also a social community where you can post and you can also create awareness about your business amongst the own community that you have already joined. You can also be a part of groups. You can also, look at the current events that are there and you can participate in those as well. Another way is you can also actually interact with other members on the platform. So, if you update your profile, you start showing up on searches as well, and you can actually connect with different businesses on the platform over here. So you can search for connections as per industry, etc. And just trying to see. Sorry, I went to the wrong section. Yeah, you can search for businesses as per country, as per country, as per industry, and you can start sending connection requests to them. So I think, we've built a good community platform where you can actually interact with members of your own community. And now we move to the commerce part and the more interesting and important part of how let's grow your business. So yeah, let's get into this. The important part over here is you create your catalog only once. Means you add a product once in your catalog on globalLinker. And we offer you actually six now. So we offer you six different visibility options on globalLinker. So two of them are marketplaces. Two of them are your own assets which you can build. And a third is an open network called ONDC. And the fourth is your own company profile because you have created an account on globalLinker. I'll talk about all of these in detail going forward. But globalLinker and Indian Business Portal are two marketplaces. They provide a lot of buyers visit marketplaces because that's the first place they try and enter to see which products are there, who is supplying them, to kind of shortlist, understand rates, product dimensions, product specifications, what's available in the Indian market, etc. So these are two marketplaces we provide access to. One is globalLinker, which is managed by us only. And the second is Indian Business Portal, which is an initiative by FIO, the Federation of Indian Export Organization. It's an apex export body of India. And the Indian Business Portal is their marketplace, inquiry driven only. The next is you can use your catalog to build your own two assets via globalLinker. One is your own B2B website, or you can also use it. You can also make an e-commerce store, and you can also build your own WhatsApp catalog. So that's great, right? One, it drives if there which you manage yourself, and you have complete control over both of these assets. And one is it helps you become very visible on the web, and it helps you also get inquiries or sales, etc., directly over here. And it helps you also to create your digital footprint and get ROI coming in from there. While the second one is WhatsApp catalog, where you can actually drive a lot of personal engagement with your existing as well as new clients who have access to your WhatsApp business number. Your same catalog can start showing up over there. The third one is ONDC, which is the Open Network of Digital Commerce. And here is it's basically more for B2C at this point of time. But yeah, you can show your products on the ONDC network. And the fourth is your company, and the last is your company profile, which we already spoke about. I will be going into this this in detail going now, always. So I would just suggest that please have a notebook or your notepad open on your phone. Write all of these sales channels, and when I discuss it, this should be you should be deciding and you should be taking a decision whether any of all or any of these sales channels are adding value to you. And if they do add value to you, then we should be starting to work on next steps for that. So I would take this as a strategy discussion. Please think about it as something which you need to leverage. And if it is going to, if you think it's going to help you launch your business and help your business grow further, then that's where you need to start, deciding whether yes, I would like to be here, I would like to use this, I would like to leverage this. Moving on to the next one. Yeah. So before I go to the sales channel, as I said, I would really like to talk about having a great product catalog. Why should you have a good product catalog, and how does it help you? Now imagine I'm like, surfing on the web, or any buyer surfing on the web, and he's looking for, say, for example, a plastic PV, a PVC bottle, which is BPA free, etc. I see in my Google search results that there's several, results I would see, or even if I go to a marketplace. But imagine, my product, even though I'm offering a fantastic bottle which has all the requirements a buyer needs, I have not added a picture. I have not added my product title correctly. I have not added the specifications which the buyer needed to know, like it's BPA free, it has, it's this much thick, its thickness is this much, it has the capacity to hold 200, 500, 1 liter of liquid. It is insulated, etc. All of these features. If it's not written in my product description, I don't write that I am custom. I can help in customization. I am white label friendly, so I can do whatever customization you need with respect to size, shape, color. The buyer has effectively gone to another seller who has written that in his profile and his product. So if he sees that in my product, and I'm able to drive that information via my product catalog, I have one half of the battle over there. And imagine 10 buyers come over there, whether it's a work day for me or it is not a work day for me. It's a Saturday, it's a Sunday, it's a holiday. My product catalog is on the web. It is showing up. It is doing my sales work for me. It is helping buyers to at least notice my product and get converted and helping me get a lead. Now, that's where you should aim for to have your product catalog. Whether you have it on globalLinker, you have it as as a PDF, you have it as a PPT. We don't like, given that in today's online world, PDFs and etc. don't get read on the web. It's better to have your product catalog online, so that it gets accessed by anyone with a URL. It gets searched because of that on the web. It gets indexed. And then if you have to even update it, it's very easy. You just have to log into some control panel and change the image, update the specifications, remove that product, add a new product. And it's always accurate and available for you. So one is, you should have an online catalog. Second is, let's talk about what are the things you should factor to keep a good product catalog. Clear and sharp photos, very important. Make sure that you have good, clear pictures for mentioned over here. So today even your phones are good enough to take professional quality level images. But if you would like to, you can also hire a professional photographer to take your photographs. Make sure, like, the back, there's no distraction in the background. Your product is shown very clearly over here. If you have multiple products to show, like by way of different angles or its application, that would be great as well. The second is a good, clear name. Your name should instantly be able to tell, what your product is, what is its application as well, and how and what, it offers to the buyer. Then you go to the descriptions, which is the detailed part of it. I'll just move to that page. Then you come to the detailed part of it, where, I would write specifications, descriptions, its use, its application. It serves two purposes. I'm also selling it to the buyer, my description. And second is, I'm also, helping the web to understand what my product and my business is. So make sure that the descriptions you write, one, my buyer can understand it. So the language is very simple. Second is, it is also SEO friendly, so that Google can also understand it. So you have to be very clear about that, and add more images, because that supports the buyer, right? Imagine there's a buyer who's sitting abroad and looking at your product. There is no salesperson. this catalog is your sales guy. So he has to be equipped so well that he's able to sell it for you and warm the lead for you and help you get an inquiry. Here's another B2B product I would like to show you, because sometimes we feel our product catalogs, our products are so industrial, or maybe it's B2B, or maybe I will not be able to show it. But here is where, just a matchbox, which is done by this organization, is done so well that, he is a B2B business. So look at him. Some very nice pictures, very nice, showing the on upfront only as a product name. They have put the dimensions of the product, etc. And it's price on request. They don't show the price. I can also click here to view that information. So if you see over here, I can see as much information as I want about the product. I can read. Let's see if I can go to the product page. Yeah, I can. So I open their B2B website because that's where it's clicking onto. And if you can see, I have an MOQ of 2450 to send an inquiry. I just click over here. I can write my details and I get an inquiry coming on my website. Any other information I think the buyer would typically ask me before sending an inquiry, I should be adding it over here so that, my conversation is actually on the product and trying to get the deal or the this complementing my supply instead of just explaining features about the product. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'll have to put it again. I hope my screen continues to be visible. Yeah. So what are the essentials you need to ensure when you're creating a good product catalog? Make sure you're having clear photographs. Your description is buyer friendly, now SEO friendly, and also now actually I forget to mention AI friendly. AI also reads your catalog today. People are also searching on GPTs, on like Chat GPT, Gemini, and different one over here. So if you are able to, you should be writing your products that even AI also starts reading you. And AI typically, just as an input, AI looks for pages that are already indexed on the web. That's one. And second is, if they are indexed, they also have to be written in a way that AI understands. So AI likes bullet points. AI likes short answers. They love FAQs because that's typically how you converse on with AI, right? How can I do this? Who are the best suppliers? Who supplies paraffin oil in India, for example? So if my product information is able to answer, is structured in a way that even AI can read it, then really I'm doing a good job. So you'll have to constantly make sure you're upgrading your product catalog as well, by way of products, by way of images, and also by way of content, so that you continue to stay relevant. Descriptive product titles, obviously, make sure you have reviews and ratings, because that greatly influences a buyer's decision to want to start doing business with you or no. SEO readiness, I can't, stress more in today's world that it's just so very important to be SEO ready and now also AI ready. Okay, now we'll start with our first sales channel, which is your company profile. When you created your account on globalLinker, you create your own, your company profile gets auto-created. How much you update your company profile is up to you. I'm giving you a live example of this particular business. You go to your product profile and you edit it from here. So you just, sorry, not here. You go here and you edit it over here, and you can just update all the fields which you're currently seeing over here. So you can add a banner, your logo, your product catalog as you add it automatically shows up over here in, in a structured way, etc. You can add a description. Description is again helping three people, actually, three audiences: the buyer, the web, and AI as well. Facts about your company, because that adds, a lot of value, confidence to the buyer as well. And your profile link, if you have certifications, awards, it also captures that. So do add all of this information. That's why it's very important to have your company profile, and this automatically starts getting indexed on the web. The fact that you have a globalLinker account, you are starting to get indexed on the web. So the way you fill it, and if buyers are actually searching for you, you should be coming up in Google search and web search, I mean. And, the more you write your profile better for the buyer, the better for you, because, everywhere there are options which globalLinker gives, that send an inquiry to me. Here I just have to click on this and an inquiry comes. If I see the product over here, I can also see details and send an inquiry as well. I'll move to that just in a bit. The next sales channel is the marketplace sales channels. We'll talk about there are two marketplaces which globalLinker gives you access to. One is globalLinker and one is Indian Business Portal. So let's talk about globalLinker. globalLinker is a B2B marketplace for domestic as well as international buyers. We're getting a lot of buyers coming in, over here. They interact with you in two ways. I'll show you how. Let me open globalLinker. So this is the buyer-facing marketplace where you can see. So if I'm looking for something, say for example, paraffin oil, for example, or only paraffin. Okay, so we have paraffin over here. Okay, that's something which we are seeing growing demand of as of in the past month. So yeah, I would see this and say I'm seeing these products mentioned over here. I would click on it and I can see the product information which has been added by this organization. Now I'm reading its product details. I'm just scrolling through so that you know what are the details that a buyer would typically see. And even if you are reviewing the product and the organization, what are you looking for, right? So here we are. Another image, more images. So, they have actually put live images about the product, which is great. Product attributes, description. There's some FAQs again, which have been auto-created by us because of this. Rohan, I don't think we can add videos as of now, but let me check and get back to you. I'll have to just confirm this with my team, but I think that feature is not available at this point of time, but you can definitely add it in the B2B website. Yeah, so I can see this company profile. I'm just clicking on it. And you can see that, the entire product catalog. I just went to one product, but I can see now this organization is offering so many other products that I would like to, see about the company, contact information, etc. I'll come back to the product I saw. And here I can send an inquiry directly on the product as well. If I like the product, I just want to send a product. And the buyer, we also help the buyer, start a conversation with you directly by giving them some pre messages and etc. And this message directly comes to you over here. I'll show you. So there's a small chat icon here. Since it's a test, I'm not sending a chat, but you can see all the chat messages which start showing up. And these are the inquiries that I would get on my product. And, the buyer sends it to me and I can just start conversing with me. Hi there. Thanks for reaching out. What's the quantity you are looking for? And I start the conversation with the buyer. Then we inform the buyer that you have replied, etc. So we facilitate that conversation through system notifications, etc. This is one way a buyer can get in touch with you. The second way is this. So a buyer is scrolling, he sees these paraffin and he actually wants a general requirement. So he says, I'm looking for, so I'm looking for paraffin oil for uh, industrial lubrication, for example. So 2000 liters monthly delivery to say JNPT. Maybe I'm just writing it, but then here we go. So with this information, the AI creates a RFQ, which I will now review. So I will review 200 liters per month, monthly, etc., viscosity. So I need viscosity, etc. So I would need like 30%, etc. I can remove that and etc. And I can write the unit as liters, location, I will write JNPT, etc. And I'm not going to post it, but yeah, I can add images also if I would like to, etc. And I can post this. And this starts showing up over here. So you can see all the RFQs the buyers would raise over here. Currently, you see it in the order of when it has been last raised. So this is what you can see. And I would just, open it. You can review it. If you think you can meet this requirement, you can send a quote like this. So you select your product from your catalog, because it's important to, if you are offering that product, then that's when you should also be quoting for it. The buyer should also be getting relevant responses. So it should be a part of your catalog. You select the product from your catalog, you add the quantity, the unit that you are able to apply to match the RFQ, what's your price, any details you would like to add with respect to customization, or you have any questions, you need clarity, you should add it over here. If you have Incoterms, delivery duty, please select that. Hit send. Your response will directly go to the buyer, and a conversation opens up between you and him over here. This is just an example of a test one which is sent. So here is something which we send the quote is sent, and here you can start then following up with the buyer to say after 24 hours, etc. If you don't get a response coming in from the buyer. So that's the whole channel that we build after that. And then the buyer can ask you questions, you can ask the buyer questions, and just converse over here. The idea we have noticed over here is one input, that it's better to act fast, because the buyer will come here, he will, check it for a couple of minutes. He will wait. The recall will be there for some, like maybe a couple of hours. And otherwise, then typically, the buyer would lose interest, and he would. So it's the point I'm trying to make is you should act fast. If you get the notification, you should respond quickly. Moving to the next sales channel. So if this is a sales channel which you think is useful for you, I would like to, you add this in your notepad, whether this is something which you would like to be showing your product catalog on, and you would like to display your products over there, then you must take a yes. It's a small checklist to, to ensure that your product catalog is meeting the requirements to list on globalLinker. So when you've already added your products to your catalog, you visit under sales channels, and then the categories are assigned already by AI, but then you check it whether it's assigned correctly or no. So you edit it. Then there's a product verification which happens. If it goes through, then you can start publishing your products on globalLinker. It's that simple. The next marketplace is Indian Business Portal, which is by FIO. It's an initiative by the Federation of Indian Export Organizations. And this was actually a couple of years back when when Indian exporters were not really looking at being online, as it was not a channel that they were focusing on. They were obviously more relied on offline channels. They're offline this. They did not see the importance and the value of being this. So that's when actually the Indian Business Portal came by. And here it is to show you the live platform. There are some the requirements which come directly to FIO. They also post it over here. Your products, if they are listed, can show up over here like this. And it's an inquiry only platform, and all the product information is shown up over here as well. So you get 2 points of visibility just by getting displayed on, with a single product catalog from a single account as well. Again, to list on Indian Business Portal, given it's an exporter only platform, it's mandatory for you to have an IEC code. So that's one of the business eligibility criteria you need to meet. So once you set up all of this, you put your products, meet the eligibility criteria, you submit it for verification, then your products start showing up on Indian Business Portal as well. If this is a sales channel you think you would like to be a part of, again, you should tick on yes and write it down. The next, we'll talk about two of your own business assets that you can create and you can maintain via the globalLinker account is your B2B website or an e-commerce store. You can actually go and create a whole template based, and it's a no code B2B website or an e-commerce store right from your globalLinker account. So here are some examples I'll show you of what is an output of that e-commerce store, which you can see. So while I'm focusing and just showing it for B2B as well, we fully support and we are enabled to support B2C transactions also. So if somebody is offering a sale and a checkout, you can do that from your, from your website over here as well. By integrating a payment gateway, logistics, etc. But now it's also very important for businesses to have a B2B website, because even if a buyer is actually searching for a product on a marketplace, the next thing he will do is he will take your company name and he will actually try to look for your website. And a website is almost like having an office. So if you don't have an office, then the buyer doesn't have the confidence that, this business is a solid business, etc. So having a website online has become a given, almost like, you need to have a website. You need to be listed on a marketplace. So It's actually, and you can take it a step further by actually not just making it like a product catalog, by helping you get some initial ROIs over there. So you can help it drive you leads, and you can also help it get indexed so well that it starts showing up in Google search, it starts showing up in AI searches as well, and you get inquiries coming in from your website. So that is where you should be aiming at and making your website go over there. This is a website, sorry, this is a business which is into an extremely industrial product, and no pricing displayed. But if you can see, they are extremely customized as well. I'm just opening one. And if since my product is indexed on the web, a buyer can actually come to my website, see what else also I'm offering, and directly send me an inquiry, which I can manage again right from here. Where can I manage it? Sorry, I was just looking for the page. Here. So I get my inquiries over here as well. You can see them in this, and also in your seller panel too. I'll show you that in shortly once I complete this. So you can actually start taking inquiries for your website. You can do your digital marketing initiatives in such a way that helps buyers come and get leads for you, which then you and your team can nurture and make it into business as well. So that's the beauty of having a website. It's just not a product catalog anymore. It's actually a business engine for you. Here's another example I'd show you. Let me see. Yeah. So into leather and some nice products. So if you see, what other things you need to watch out for? Great photography. Good. The products are, shown very clearly. It doesn't have to be beautifully photographed, but it's more important that your product is understood and seen by the visitor and by the user correctly. Your website should also be able to drive traffic to you and also get you inquiries. So every product should have a page. Google and the web now deprioritizes businesses, websites, if all your products are mentioned in one page only. One page should be dedicated to one product, because that's how it gets indexed, and that's how Google is also able to recommend it to buyers who are searching for products like yours. That's another insight which I'm sharing with you. You can also review your own website if you have one, to see if it's meeting these requirements as well. So yeah, this is another website which you should be, I just wanted to show you by way of B2C website. Okay, sorry. Yeah, this is the one. This is a website which is created using the globalLinker platform. They are into gifting and stationery products. And you can see this is a B2C business. So I'm just showing it to you that even a B2C business can be, used over here. I can see that they have planners, etc. And here there's a pricing. I can add it to cart. I can actually check out. I can do all of this and manage all my orders, shipping, etc. right from my control panel in the backend. So I can do this. So this entire feature is available. I just need to switch it on or switch it off basis of my business requirement at this point of time. So what is the requirement I need to have to create my B2B website or an e-commerce store? You already added your products to your catalog, which is a one-time activity. You visit My Store under Sales Channels and you select your theme which you would like to use. Because this is no code, you just have to select a theme. You don't have to bother about actually building all of that. These themes are available, and then you just put your images to match those themes. So yes, you'll have to take the photography, make sure that the photographs are aligning with the dimensions, etc. The branding has to be added. So you'll have to do all of that to make it your brand website, to make it look like it's your website. Then you create your categories and navigation. It's very important so that the buyer is able to navigate your website easily and understand what. Set up your payment and shipping options, and then you publish your website or your store. So if you're making it B2C, then you set up payment and shipping options. Otherwise, then you can simply just publish it. The next and the most, one of the most exciting things we have recently introduced, it's in beta mode, but I'm really excited to show it to you, is the WhatsApp catalog. So the same product catalog of yours can now be configured on your WhatsApp business account as well. So imagine you have it. So it's simply you start showing, you get a WhatsApp business number. Then this icon starts showing up on the phone against your number. And you can see the entire catalog over here. So this is our test account. I'm just showing it. And you can see that all the products are displayed over here. I click on a particular product and I can see the details about that product as well. And the best is I can message the business and directly start a conversation with him. The best part about it is I am where the customer is, which is on WhatsApp. I can immediately respond to him so quickly because I'm also on my phone all the time. And it auto syncs with your global linker catalog, and you can actually engage with your customers very quickly and be there at that time as well. So it's a great way for you to be there, and this will work with your existing customers, with your new customers also. So I think it's a great thing to for you to leverage as well. So whether it's B2B or B2C, again, it doesn't matter, right? uh, you are doing business, your existing businessmen will also know what your catalog is, what you're offering, and actually just send you a requirement. So what's a checklist for you to, if you would like to set up a WhatsApp business catalog here? You already added your products, then you go to set up WhatsApp. You set up your number, and ideally this WhatsApp, because you're syncing it to your catalog, and it there is no charges you're actually paying to WhatsApp. You have to set up a new number and you follow the steps. There's a simple tutorial which is mentioned to activate your account. And then you just sync your catalog to the Meta account and start showing up over there. So if WhatsApp catalog is something which is something which you have been meaning to show your products in, then you can add a yes next to that. And same for even a B2B website. Either you are looking to upgrade it, you want to critique it, you want to see whether it's actually driving results for you, then that's also something which you should be looking for. The next one is ONDC. ONDC is the Open Network for Digital Commerce, which is offered by, where we give an open opportunity. I mean, the government of India gives an open opportunity to everyone so that you can start showing your products in different buyer networks as well by just plugging in from one side. So we are a certified seller app on globalLinker, and you can start showing up your products by, if you meet the ONDC eligibility criteria, you can start showing your products in the ONDC network via globalLinker as well. But currently, ONDC is supporting B2C categories. And we know soon that in the longer term, ONDC is definitely looking for B2B as well. And that's where we want to, be available already so that you can start showing up over there when it does. But yes, many B2C businesses are already using the ONDC network, even from Global Linker. And ONDC has its own eligibility criteria which you need to meet. So once you add your products to your catalog, which is already done, you set up your e-commerce store, you'll have to enable a shipping partner because the shipping is managed by you. You enable ONDC, you map it to the ONDC categories. There is some requirements you need to provide ONDC with. And once you comply all of that and you give the necessary information like your bank information for settlements, etc., then you start showing up on the ONDC network. Before I move on to the next part, about actually here. So, before I move on to the next part, I would just like to run a small poll for 30 seconds to know that since you have seen all the sales channels that we are actually offering, which is the sales channel that you would actually like to, leverage being on Global Linker? Because that's why you've come to Global Linker, right? You want to see that how it is helping you, how it will help you run your business, and what should you be leveraging. So if you uh, I would encourage you to participate in the poll and please give your information, please give your preference on what is this that you're actually looking for. I'll wait for a minute. So the idea we help you do is that we help you get more visibility. Uh, when we talk about inquiries, the first thing is you need to be visible, and then you need to be visible in the right way so that you can start showing up, which will help you get inquiries. So nobody can actually guarantee inquiries, right? Because that's the hardest part. That's what we are looking for. But we can definitely control this part of it. How can I be visible correctly? Where should I be visible? And then how can I optimize that visibility so that it can help me drive good leads and good inquiries? So that's what we are talking about right now. Okay, I'm done with more than a minute. I do want to spend some time because we are already, we just have some time remaining. But great, thanks for participating in the poll. And here it is. I'll share the results. So 40% have participated, and maximum have mentioned that you would like to be leverage the Indian business portal and have a B2B website, followed by Global Linkers Marketplace and WhatsApp Business Catalog. So I think you have the mix right. You have put the Global Linker Marketplace. You want to ensure that you are having a good mix of your visibility presence. So you want to be in the marketplace. You also want to build your own business asset online. So you have fair control over your own business as well online. While you can help marketplace can also leverage you and getting you some visibility, etc. as well. So I think that's great. Uh, Thank you for participating in the poll. And moving on. Yeah. So here is some case studies I would just like to show you of businesses who have actually leveraged a few of the, say, I'm not being able to show you all. I can't show ONDC, etc. But who are actually leveraging, the visibility points that we are offering. So one is there's Agilon Cables India. They are into cables and wires. They're a manufacturer and a merchant exporter as well. Fairly established and a great company having great products. So they've created a great B2B website. They are also listed on Global Linker and on Indian Business Portal. I'll just quickly show you the live visibility as well. So this is how their website has been created. And I can see these are all the category of products. If I just want to click on it, I can see the products they are offering. This is all about their companies, details like the certifications I mentioned, what they export. This is more for two reasons: to give confidence and trust to the buyers. Second is also to help in SEO. And the third is to also help in AI as well. So we have to build trust signals online, and this is what helps me build trust signals: testimonials, writing about my company, how I export, if I have any sustainability practices which I'm doing. So you need to also start making sure that your business is getting visible online in a way. And yes, a contact us form as well. So if any case you want to just contact me as my business, yes, please do. But then every product page also has its own inquiry button as well. So if I want to send an inquiry just for this product, I can do it right away. So my website is well equipped to start taking inquiries already. So that's where, we have aimed for. Here is where he's also listed his business on the Global Linker Marketplace. The same product category, the same product, because it's now showing, it's added once, it's also showing up on the marketplace. So here are all their products showing up over here. I'll just click on one. So you'll get an idea. This opens the Global Linker profile, which we spoke about, and the product information over there. And I can see, on the page itself, we show all the certifications so that it drives buyer confidence, etc. And this is their listing, their business listing on the Indian business portal, the second marketplace. So here we also have an option to contact the seller, visit his website, send, see the information, etc. So in every way, we are trying to see that you as a seller or a business gets contacted, gets seen by the buyer as well. Here's another example of a different business entirely. GFS Global Trade into bags and handicrafts. Very good products again, and they are actually a merchant exporter. Let's have a look at their website. So, they're clearly saying that we can do white labeling. It can be done, these are available on wholesale as well, and also we can do bulk supply as well. So these are their product and their categories about them as well. They've also mentioned blogs. Blogs is very important again for SEO purpose as well, and a contact us form. Let's look at their listing on Marketplace. It's here. Again, to, increase your visibility so many times, and Indian Business Portal too. So this is more so to give you a sense of if you start listing your products on Global Linker, and then you start aiming to show it on the marketplaces, on your B2B website, on your WhatsApp catalog. This is how your business can actually start, showing. So just by having one catalog, you're actually creating five and mainly four business, 5 points of visibility for your business with one central account, with one single management. It just becomes so simple when you're looking to manage your account like that. You just have to sign up. Now, I'll just move to how you can actually manage your catalog. It's pretty simple. The account which we just went through, let me just look for it. Just many pages have opened. Yeah, here. So this is my Global Linker account. It's a test account, but yeah, I can manage my catalog from here, add my products, manage my products over here, add products in bulk as well. And yeah, I can, if I'm accepting orders, then I can see orders over here. My store setting is there. If I have a B2B website already, my Indian business portal, category preference, my WhatsApp business catalog, everything I can manage over here. I also get access to a separate control panel where I can actually manage all my sales channels and my entire catalog over here. Now, this is available in the, we have two tiers of pricing. One is the blue plan, which is a free plan where I'm sure all of you would be at this point of time. And that gives you access to limited features and limited, access to certain features, which we did show up over here. And and the premium plan gives you complete access. Premium plus plan gives you complete access, including this control panel as well. Here's where I can manage my store. Here I can set up my WhatsApp catalog, Indian business portal. I can also actually have a supply chain, my global linker marketplace, ONDC dashboard, my company profile. While I can also manage it from here as well. It's easier to manage it from there. So yeah, you can manage it from here. And here's where you can access your seller account. You simply log into your account and here you can do it. You too can become a buyer. So if you're looking for a product for your business, maybe you can help leverage the existing network you're already a part of and start looking for it over here and send inquiries to your your peers, etc., who are already there on the platform as well. We have several resources to help you, do it. Global Linker was built entirely as a DIY platform. Means you can do all of this yourself. You can set it up. You can set up you can add your own catalog. You can add your own, you can make sure that your products are listed on Marketplace, on Indian Business Portal. Your company profile can be nicely updated. You can also create your B2B website. You can also, make sure you have your own WhatsApp catalog, etc. So yeah, you can do all of this, and we have a complete place where you can actually this Nikunj. Once I complete my this, can I reach out to you? Yeah, I'll just finish this and then we'll move to the Q&A. So then I'll have, we'll definitely answer that. So we have a complete resource space where you can actually look at tutorials, etc., to help you with every section of where you would like to set yourself up and manage it. We have webinars like this, which help you, which are done by my colleague as well, to, help you understand the dynamics better and get listed. And we also have part of a community, we have a community on Facebook where you can actually be a part of if you would like to know more upcoming and get more details as well. So yeah, this is what, and we also offer assisted services in case you would like to save up on the time and energy that would go in getting yourself set up in all the visibility points. We do offer assisted setup services as well, and you can offer that. If you would like to access the advanced features, you can opt for the Premium Plus plan, which is a subscription-based plan. You can every year or every 2 years, you can opt for it and you can subscribe for it as well. So I'm kind of done. And now I'm keeping it open for you for any questions you may have. I'll just, if you have any questions, please feel free to add your questions in the chat box or in the Q&A. In the meanwhile, I'm just going through my previous chats to ask, to see if anybody has asked a question, and I'll answer them shortly. Somebody has mentioned I've hidden my price. Why not had my price on my product catalog? Actually, it should be consistently hidden. If it's not consistently hidden, then maybe that's something which we need to just address. If you would like to, please share that with me, or write to us at this email ID, and my support team will definitely look into it. So I hope that answers the question. Mr. Vishwanath Shetty is asking, I must take this opportunity to thank globalLinker for the efforts taken and inquiries which we have received off late. However, though these business inquiries haven't converted into business yet. Basically, we are dealing in industrial oils and specialty chemicals, petroleum products. However, we notice that the inquiries we receive doesn't contain the exact specifications, application, and without it, it's difficult to quote. The second point is that could you connect with the buyer one-to-one for better clarity? How can you help us in the above? So, Mr. Vishwanath, we are working on this feedback which you're given to us, and we are trying to see how we can, help improve the buyer-seller conversation, that we can help facilitate it much better for you. Uh, we'll be in touch on this one, definitely. And thank you for your appreciation for sure. We really like that. So Ruta is asking, I have a question on RFQ. Can you please chat that question, Ruta? What are the different subscriptions linked to globalLinker? Are RFQs also without subscription? So, like I said, we have two plans. One is the blue plan, which is a free with limited access plan. And the second is a premium plus plan, where you get a complete access to all the features. The features which get locked are the B2B website, the WhatsApp catalog, yeah, and access to ONDC. If you and also, like, with respect to inquiries on your profile, etc., you can get all inquiries you can, but you can only respond to one inquiry or one RFQ, which is in a month. So that's the restriction that has been added. So yeah, the subscription unlocks. So if you're on the premium plus plan, all of these locked, like the locked features like B2B website, to create the WhatsApp catalog and sync it, or to, if you want to show it on ONDC, etc., all of that starts getting updated on the platform. That gets unlocked. And the fact about the RFQs, you can also start getting, you can start viewing and responding to unlimited RFQs. I hope that answers. Okay, Ruta would like to unmute. One second, let me see if I can do that. I'm sorry, I'm not sure. Ruta, go ahead, please ask your question.
Thank you, Nafisa. Thank
Hi,
you so
Ruta.
much. Hi. I had a particular question about the RFQ, wherein currently I'm working on it.
Mm-hmm.
So time is the crucial factor here. So
Yeah.
I had this RFQ, posted, and within 2 days, I have also submitted my quotation.
Okay.
But the point over here, what I would want to highlight is that
Mm.
this RFQ was posted on behalf of the buyer by globalLinker.
Okay.
The name of the buyer and his company name is also mentioned,
Right.
but the payment terms,
Right.
I'm absolutely struggling on that part, but I'm yet to get the support from the linker representative. I am sure that even she would be struggling to get in touch with the buyer. Uh,
Okay.
in this, the RFQ is bit, not bit, it's highly risky, but somehow I've managed to post the quotation.
Mm.
Here, connecting to the buyer is taking long time.
Okay.
Even if the buyer has given the validity for the RFQ till the third week of April.
Okay.
And if you see, considering the geopolitical, environment, I mean, I'm very sure that all the merchant exporters and the OEMs are struggling to fulfill their RFQs. So, Nafisa, I would want to know in this matter, like we are at as merchant exporter, we are on one end, and Global Linker is the mediator between the buyer and the exporter. Now, in
Hmm.
such cases, what can be done? What best help can the linker extend to get in? Because we wouldn't have the direct access to the buyer.
Correct.
Even posting the messages on chats, I haven't received any response on that. So I'm
Hmm.
really stuck, and I'm really interested to work on that RFQ, because that RFQ is huge, and
Okay.
it would be like an adventure. So
Okay.
how would you help me on this part? Thank you.
So one is, see, we personally, we have a team. Ruta, if you don't mind, I'll also mute you now. Thank
Sure,
you for your
sure,
question.
sure, sure. Thank you.
So the thing is, we definitely, our team, we have a buyer team which actually interacts with buyers, and like you said, we also, want to be in touch with all of the buyers who are reaching out to us and raising their requirements. So if sellers do let us know that there are some questions you would have, and we are asking the buyers itself. But like you said, if the buyer is non-responsive to us, then the fact is we cannot reach out to you and get you an update. But that's one leg of the this that we are trying very hard to close, and we are trying to make it smoother for you as a seller as well. So one of the things we try to do is we proactively try and reach out to the buyer every time the moment we get a response, and we also try and keep the buyer engaged even offline. So in that case, if the buyer continues to be offline engaged with us, so we are able to also make sure that they respond to you back as well. So that's one of the things we are doing. But we are also trying many other initiatives to see how we can make this better and increase the engaging conversation between you and the buyer as well. So I'll take it as feedback, and I'll also take it as inputs on how we can work on it. And on this particular one, I'll definitely contact you after this, and we'll work on with my team to see if, what can be done about this one. I hope that helps. Thank you. So somebody said I've signed up on Global Link as a free plan, but not able to upload the catalog. So you can, in the free plan, you can add your products in your catalog one by one. You cannot add it in bulk. The bulk feature is a premium plus feature. Maybe that's why. Vedant is asking, how can I reach out to buyers from abroad? Also, I want to meet them physically by traveling abroad. Ready to travel, but I want more buyer meetings. Can you check out my profile, Surya Global Ventures, and my product, David Hamilton Denim Jeans? Kindly give me an honest feedback. Okay, Vedant, let me have a look at it. In fact, I'll have my team have a look at it who is better at reviewing profiles, and we'll get back to you. And about the fact that you can have more buyer meetings, one of the things as marketplace we do is we try and ensure that the visits we get are, outside of India as well, because that's the crux of it, right? We all are looking for export orders and export inquiries more than anything else at this point of time. So we are trying our best to ensure that importers are looking at it. There are people from outside of India who are looking at it, but that's what we do as a marketplace. But if you would want to do more buyer meetings, then yes, you would have to kind of set up a data. One of the ways is you can get in touch with FIO as well, because they do already such initiatives to help, to by taking people abroad to certain destinations, and maybe that can help you as well. And yes, we'll review your profile and your business presence, and we'll get back to you what's there on Global Linker. I have noted it down. So Vishwanath is asking, once we submit our code through Global Linker, how do we communicate with the buyers if we don't get the name of the buyer? So Mr. Vishwanath, the thing is, like I showed, we open a chat window between the buyer and the seller after you quote, which is this, I believe. Yeah. And here is where you can actually start conversing. Because of confidentiality, we cannot share buyer contact details upfront, But the if you choose to share your contact information, you can do it. But that's again, on the free plan, it will not be visible. It will be masked. But in the premium plus plan, you can actually do that. Bharat Agarwal is asking, I can't even update products one by one. It's showing that remind admin. Oh, so Bharat, I believe you would have created a duplicate account of yourself within your own company account. Let us get in touch with you on this. Can I have your company name, Bharat? So, I'll have my support team help you out on this. Don't worry, it's a logistical thing. We'll get that sorted. Hey, I cannot note my notepad. But please, okay, try Moss OPC private limited. Fair enough. Thank you. Now I'm going to the chats. I would encourage you to also join the Facebook community in the meanwhile while we are answering questions. Yeah. Thanks, Bharat. We'll definitely look at it. Okay, there are no questions here. Yeah, I'm just looking at the questions on the chat. I'm sorry. So Nikunj is asking, hi Nafisa, I hide my price on my catalog. Why not hide it on my product catalog? You should be able to do it. If it's showing on your company profile, but it's not showing somewhere else, and maybe that's an issue. If you can share where that's happening, please let us know. And I would, look at it. If you can chat me over here, your company name or the product where that is happening, we'd be happy to look into it. Hmm. Rishi Shah is asking if we can get notes. Yes, definitely, because you're participating in the webinar, we will be sending you this afterward. Sharad is asking, since I'm a merchant explorer, I would like to either be on globalLinker or Invincible. Okay, that's your choice, and you can definitely go. Jayaprakash is asking, is the globalLinker platform free or it's paid? So we work in two tiers. Like I mentioned, we have a free blue plan and we have a paid premium plus plan, which gives you access to all the features and unlimited RFQ codes, etc. Sanya is asking, what if I have a source for the proposed RFQ and I can complete the requirement, the product is not in my catalog? The easiest way is to just go add the product to your catalog and then respond to the quote. It should not take you much time, Sanya, because the match to the buyer, the promise to the buyer we also provide is that we give you accurate sellers. But if the seller doesn't offer it in his catalog, then it would be a gap for them. I'm just checking one last messages. Yeah. I think if you have any more questions, please feel free to ask, or then we are almost done. And then we can just go ahead and, uh, yes, Nilupal, please ask a question in Q&A or in the chat. You can also send a message to us on the support line or on my email ID as well. Karthik is asking, what's the price for the premium subscription? For the premium subscription, which is DIY based and you'll manage everything yourself, the annual goes to 4,999 per annum and 7,999 for 2 years plus GST. It's a per annum subscription. Okay, thank you everyone for your time. And it's really been a pleasure to have you here. If you all have any questions, feel free to reach out to us. We are, always available. And take care. And I wish you all the best. I hope this has given you structure. It has given you good insights and good direction on what you should be doing next via globalLinker. See you around. Bye.